With the co-founders of Solar Impulse, Bertrand, Piccard and André Borschberg. Thank you very much for being with us on France24. You're here as part of the COP21. You have a message to give to those world leaders, to those negotiators trying to get a legally binding deal. What's your message?
Protection of the environment and fighting against climate change is not anymore an expensive problem that is boring and that is threatening the population, needing sacrifice in behaviors. No, we can do incredible things today thanks to clean technologies which bring solutions. Not only to produce more energy, but to save energy. And this is a huge industrial market that every country can benefit from, creating jobs and making profit, and replacing all the old polluting devices we have in mobility, in building of houses, in heating, in lighting systems, in electrical distribution, by new clean technologies that are able to cut by 2 the CO2 emissions. And this is the direction now we have to go to.
But what do you tell countries that don't see an economic interest in going green? Countries like India, for example, an emerging nation, or petrol-rich Saudi Arabia or Venezuela. What do you tell those countries who don't see a deal, who don't see that it's an advantage for them?
We show them that it's an advantage. We show them that the goal is not to be green. It's not only to protect the environment. It's to be clean. That means to enter in full energy into this new revolution, into changing all these old polluting devices with new clean technologies. Can you imagine how many jobs you create, how much profit you do if you replace old motors by electrical motors, if you insulate houses, if you put the smart grid, intelligent energy distribution everywhere. I've been in India, I know Mr. Modi quite well. There are now possibilities to use renewable energy for agriculture, to replace the diesel generators. All this is the world of tomorrow. And the countries who enter into this world right now will make the profit. The other one will be followers and will lose the opportunity.
That's an advantage that they have. In our countries, we have a grid. We have old technologies. And it's very difficult to replace them because we want to keep amortizing what we have invested in the last years. In India, you can directly go to decentralized production using solar technology. You don't have to get rid of the grid. You go directly to the new technology. So it's an opportunity. It's the same what you see in Africa. In Africa, you have mobile phones and not land phones anymore. They never had it. So they are more modern than we are already. So let's see this as an opportunity and not as a problem.
All right, and what about the 2-degree limit that negotiators are trying to hammer out of this deal? Do you think that the 2-degree limit is actually enough?
President Hollande said very clearly it's not enough and we can do better. But we will do better only if we understand that it's a profitable opportunity to put all these new technologies on the market in order to cut CO2 emissions. And if you really think a little bit out of the box, even if there was no climate change, if it did not exist, it would be a fantastic need today for our world to go cleaner, to go more energy efficient. It's just normal evolution. We have better phones than we had 10 years ago, but we still have energy devices that are 100 years old. So you see, if you look more at business and profitability, you will reach a much better target when you fight climate change than if you just want to protect nature, because a lot of people don't care about nature.
And you two have just come out with this amazing project, the Solar Impulse. You've just done a tour of the world with a plane that only flies with power from the sun. That's pretty amazing. Do you have any other projects in mind?
Oh, we have to finish it, and we did half of it. We did the longest leg, 5 days, 5 nights over the Pacific Ocean, so demonstrating it's possible to fly almost forever using the sun as the only source of energy. But to make this feasible, we had to develop an aircraft which is extremely energy efficient. So energy efficiency was the goal, in fact, of the entire project. And we would like these technologies now to be used everywhere. They can be used in home building, they can be used in designing the cars or the cars of the future. That's the message that we want to bring also here at COP21.
All right, and what about your future projects? You haven't told me. What are you going to do?
There is a possibility today to make solar impulse airplanes with no pilots flying 20 kilometers high and being used for GSM transmission, infrared pictures, surveillance of agriculture, Wi-Fi for everybody. And these planes could turn up there for years, much cheaper than satellites. And this is what we're working on now.
Oh, wow. So we've got an exclusive here on France 24. Thank you very much for that, for joining us on France 24.